Hi everyone, I'm Sam Stevens, owner of Oatmeals in New York City, the world's first oatmeal bar. Starting my own business was something that I'd always wanted to do, but it wasn't always an easy path. Katrina Parris is an inspiring example of how some of our most challenging moments force us to find our greatest strengths.
I grew up in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Some of my fondest memories growing up was my father used to keep a garden. That's really where I enjoyed, the fruits of one's labor. When I arrived in New York, I had an opportunity for human resources. I did that for 15 years, and it was fulfilling for that time until it wasn't, really. I needed more. I felt like there was a part of me that just really wasn't, thriving. My aha moment really had to do with the sudden death of my mother. She was 66 and had a heart attack in her sleep, so it was very sudden. People say life is short, and the phrase really resonated with me. I was in a career that I wasn't really happy at, and it was my moment to decide what was I going to do to make myself, happy. I really started to think about things that I've always enjoyed doing. I would revert back to thinking about the time spent with my dad gardening. That put together with arranging flowers was like open up this whole other world for me. So it was really my way of expressing myself creatively, and I liked that. And then the gravy of it was that, you give an arrangement to somebody and, the admiration that they had and the appreciation, made you feel good too. So it was a win-win. My husband started to do a business plan, and we thought about, let's think about doing a flower shop. In the late 90s, I decided to quit my corporate job and to really pursue flowers. I took on a part-time job that allowed me to take classes. I started at Brooklyn Botanical, which I learned the basic elements to floral design. I then, at 30-something years old, was pursuing an internship at some of the local flower shops. And with each step, it just started to feel more and more right. I was feeling fulfilled creatively. I was becoming this budding, if you will, entrepreneur, and it really felt good. At the time, we were just working out of my home. Slowly, very organically, my business began to grow. I got to the point where I knew we had to take it to the next step when I was still working as a personal assistant, and I was finding myself literally, crouched underneath my desk trying to take an order. That's when I decided that I'd have to find, an actual space for people to come to and to see, what it is that we do. We were looking for a home in Harlem and thought about, well, why not Harlem? At that time, there really wasn't any current floral shops that were around. The money that we were intended on buying a home, we used to invest in the business. So for us, it was, all or nothing. We really made this investment in our future. Katrina Parris Flowers opened its doors in 2001. One of the highlights was definitely being recognized by a leading publication in the floral industry and making the cover. We are now in our community in a big way. We want to become not just, your local flower shop, but, really part of the community. Sometimes I do allow myself the opportunity to kind of just look back and think about, wow, what a great ride I've had so far. I think my secret ingredient to success is I usually have a bracelet on. Inscribed on it says, "To thy own self be true." I really think it starts and it begins with that. Just be true to yourself. If nobody else, to yourself.